Cheers, everybody, and welcome to tonight's 27th episode of New Brew. I'd like to welcome in my panel tonight. We have none other than John and Ellie. There he is, in the flesh.
I'm here
on your screen. All right, I don't have anything to say after that. So, Alex, the beer master.
Everybody.
We have Beer Man.
Cheers. All right.
In his new home brewery as well.
Hi.
Coast LQ Reviews.
Nice. Cheers, guys.
Miscellaneous Brew Reviews.
Cheers. It's like thunder and crazy. I'm probably mute for a little bit.
Yeah, they're chit-chatting in my living room like crazy right now, so I hear that too. We have Thomas Metal 75.
Cheers.
And last but not least, last beer.
Oh, shit.
I don't know. Maybe it is that way. How does it must go like yeah. Okay. Cheers, Josh. I'm glad you can make it. And since you're here, I do have a special ending to the show just for you. So bet you all can't wait for the end of the show now.
Uh-oh.
Anyways, appreciate everybody that's showed up here in the chat or whoever's watching and maybe not commenting. But cheers to Dio. Cheers to Paul Middlefrew. And I'm sure Mary and Butch will show up, and maybe Tommy Carroll, and who knows, Ozzy possibly. But we're gonna get this the show going, and we're gonna bring up John and now. John, you weren't here for the last one, so just so you know, you are going to present your beer, smell, give the aromas, the taste, do it all right now. Just not the score, but try to do it in a timely manner. Don't do a 10-minute beer review.
I'll do my best. I'll do my best. So this is one that I've been holding on to for a while. I was going to do a review on my own channel, but I figured I'd be on here tonight, and this is one that BuMpY gave me, so I figured it would be appropriate. This is the from Burlington Beer Company. It's the north of Kathmandu. It is an imperial stout brewed with toasted coconut, aged in bourbon barrels. This is the 2021 release. It is 9.5% alcohol by volume, and Burlington Beer Company is out of, I believe it's Williston. Yes, Williston, Vermont. And I've had a lot of beers from them, a lot of awesome IPAs, New England IPAs. Some of the stouts I've had from them and barley wines have been amazing. So I'm really looking forward to this. I think BuMpY gave this to me because of the toasted coconut. He knows I'm a coconut freak.
And same with me.
Not only did I give it to you because of the toasted coconut, I
was trying
bought
to get
it.
rid of it because I don't like coconut.
No, I bought it to be able to give you one.
Well, thank you to BuMpY for this. Burlington Beer Company, if you've ever seen their can designs, they all look like a BBC when you see it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about Burlington Beer Company beer. Don't get it twisted. Anyway, here's the pour.
Man, it looks delicious.
It looks amazing. It's not quite motor oil with the pour, but it's pretty thick. I will say that. So brewed with toasted coconut, aged in bourbon barrels. They don't specify the age statement as far as that's concerned, but usually these type of beers, 3 to 6 months if you're lucky. Okay. What's the ABV on this again? Only 9.5. So actually pretty low by today's standards when it comes to a bourbon barrel aged beer. Oh my goodness. So a little bit of the coconut, but the barrel is the first thing that's coming through. Honestly, it smells like a bourbon barrel aged beer. That's the primary aroma is the barrel, the toasted oak, a little bit of vanilla. some dark chocolate, caramel. The coconut's there, but it's not like a primary aroma. None of the alcohol's coming through. I guess I'll just get into this. All right. That's what we're doing, right? All right. Cheers.
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 Oh, my God.
I hope it's coconut forward because that's what I like.
Mary of God, my guardian dear, to whom God's love commits me here over this day, be at my side to light, to guard, to rule, and guide. Amen, motherfucker.
Wow.
That is, sorry about that. That's good. That's really good.
Is it coconut forward, legendary Johnny Boy?
So, dark chocolate, raisin, dark fruit, a little bit of tobacco in there. Good Lord. So the coconut is there, but that's not the star of the show. The barrel aging with this is really what's standing out. This is 9.5%, but it drinks like a 2 or 3 year aged Bourbon County type of beer. It doesn't drink boozy in the sense that it's like a 12, 13, 14, 15%er, but it's got a complexity to it that is really impressive. There is a tobacco note with this, which I rarely get with these types of beers other than Bourbon County. This is good. So dark chocolate, toasted bread, caramel, toffee, raisin, a little bit of fig and plum. This is so smooth and good. I don't know what I don't know what Kathmandu is. I don't know, but I love it. Is it an African? I mean,
I think Bob Seger sung about it in that song.
I don't know what Kathmandu is.
Kathmandu. Yeah.
Marijuana grows
This
wild.
is so
Can't
good,
man
guys.
do it.
This is so good.
There you go.
The ancient
This is beautifully balanced. You get it all, and I'm gonna shut up. We're going on 8 minutes. So the coconut, the dark chocolate, the caramel, the toffee, the barrel notes from the toasted oak, and the dark fruit notes as well, with the fig and the plum and the date, especially the date, are really coming through nicely. This is an awesome, awesome beer. Thank you, BuMpY. BuMpY gave me this beer, so I'm here doing this on his channel. But yeah, this is Burlington Beer Company makes some awesome beers. I have yet to be disappointed with them.
I'll have to try to find them, John. I don't know if I can get them.
Yeah, great stuff. So I'll keep sipping on it, but I'm so glad that I'm drinking this beer right now.
Hey, Johnny, but do you think I can get Burlington beers or probably not?
You should be able to.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you're New Jersey. Yeah, I think so. They're out of Vermont. You're in New Jersey, and I'm in. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because we are in the New England, states.
Yeah, it's a New England type. Yeah, beer.
Exactly.
Yeah. Expect you to be on next week with a Burlington beer, Alex.
I hope.
Thank you, John.
Again, I hope. We'll see. Hoping maybe a stout. I haven't had a stout in a while. We got Guinness. No, not Guinness. Gizmeister Brewing. Gizmeister Shipwright. India Pale Ale. Never had this one yet. So, and it has the same, different colors, but same colors. And it is, the ABV is 6.2 by volume, and it is a 16-ounce can and 1 pint. So we don't know about that. So let's give it a smell, taste, and enjoy. Shall we?
Maybe.
We shall.
Sure. Why not?
Cheers.
Good. Let's see what it looks like. For an India Pale Ale IPA, yeah, I was about to say New England IPA, but I think I'll say / New England IPA / West Coast IPA. So, looks delicious. 2-finger ahead, nice frothy bubbles on the top. Man, that's a beautiful beer. Smells citrusy. I think I smell orange, like we should anyway, because I love orange beers. Man, smells refreshing. Let's get into this and see what it tastes like, shall we? Cheers.
Cheers, Alex.
Cheers, Alex.
Cheers. You're looking good.
That's a very unique flavor. I can taste it's a little hoppy. I don't know what hops are in this, but it is. There's no sweetness, I don't think. The mouthfeel, very pearly. I'll tell you that, very creamy, very pearly. As you're drinking it, and as it goes down, you got a bitterness to it. Not too bitter, but it's giving you can. As I'm talking, you can have that bitterness right on the palate. Really am not into that, but again, I would get this beer again and sometimes because I'm looking forward to trying more beers from this brewery. And so far, it's been tasty. I probably would get this again, but like I said, I always do, but then I end up getting more beers for other things. Kind of tastes like a buttersquash, maybe. No, it can't be that because I've said this before. Not sure.
Buttersquash, pasta, maybe.
No, I don't think it's buttersquash. No, but it does have a little. I'm trying to explain as best I can. It does have a lot of hoppiness, though. Hop bite to it, though. Not a juicy hop bite, but it does have a great mouthfeel, like I said. The hops are very tasty, but I'm trying to figure out what the hops are. I don't know what they are. That's the problem. I mean, that's what the ship looks like. That's what I'm talking about. The other can had a fisherman.
Nice. The ship's still on top of the water. That's a good spot for it.
Well, that's where it's supposed to be, and I didn't realize it. But it kind of looks like an anchor.
Yeah.
If you take a look, but I think the other can had that too. I'm not sure. I'll have to take a look at it. I did take a picture.
Rhode Island symbol.
Must be their brand.
Yeah, right. It's a New England. It is a New Jersey beer, though. All I'm going to say is that that's a very delicious flavor, very hoppy. If you like hoppiness, I do not like the bitterness, even though every beer gets a chance. And probably I'll drink this again. It's not too bad. And it doesn't dry out your mouth as bad.
Oh, that's good. No, you don't like the dryness.
But even if I don't, I still like the flavor of that beer. Shocking enough, because it's still juicy. Not this I'm talking about. I'm talking about any beer that is juicy and has that dryness. I still enjoy that flavor. Like I told you, I'd get Spyglass again. I would definitely get that again. That's very pelly, like this one right here. All right. Well, I'm going to shut up now. This is a very good beer. I'm trying to give you the flavors as best I can. Like I said, it is very hoppy, it has a great pelly flavor. If you, like I said, if you don't like that bitterness or that bite of a bitterness, this will not be a good beer for you. But if you do, and you like all that flavor, this will be a good beer for you. Nice. So if you can get Gizmeister Shipwright IPA, Indian Pale Ale, IPA, please do. And I'll give you my rating and stuff like that next time around.
All right, Alex. Well, thank you. And you just keep trying to find that juicy bubble. And
Oh no, it's juicy. It's not going to be juicy. It's going to be I do have that orangey flavor as a little bit, but it's not a juicy thing. But it is a pearly thing. So that's what I like.
The soft mouthfeel. Yeah.
What's that?
Soft mouthfeel.
Yeah, you get what I'm putting down.
Yeah, cool. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, my brother. This stuff's good though. Please get it.
Yeah. All right. Sorry about it. It's really bright back there. Okay. So this one's from Von Ebert out of Portland, Oregon. It won a 2021 gold for an American India Pale Ale style. It's a Northwest IPA, so it's a Westie, but I'm kind of looking maybe for a more toffee caramel kind of punch with that pine. I don't know. We'll see. 6.9%. Very nice. That's what that is like. They're pretty simple. It's called the Volatile Substance. It was canned for 13. So okay. For about a fingerish head, finger and a half. Nice nice golden color with a good effervescence, fast rising bubble. Oh, this one's kind of herbal papaya with a little pine grapefruit, some rind grape on the grapefruit rind, even a little bit of grapefruit pith. Has a slight lemon. There's a slight like tangerine orange. Nice malty presence in there as well. Good balance. Sweet, somewhat salty, a little bit of salinity in there. Good lacing on the beer, on the glass. Nice off-white kind of yellowed head. And just a high effervescent beer. Let's drink this. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Cheers, beer man.
I can kind of see why this won some golds. This is not bad. Very drinkable beer. It's got a like a dry kind of powdery feel on the top of the palate in the front. Goes back into a pine grapefruit rind kind of finish. Dry. Y'all say I look down when I do this. I'm gonna look at you guys. It's resinous. It's piney. It's grapefruity. It's got a little tangerine kind of bite to it, nip to it. Lemon comes out. It's kind of grassy, floral. It's herbal. It's nice and it's just got a nice balance. When you drink it, you want more. It's got a nice, let's see, medium body. The mouthfeel is, it's just kind of nice and smooth. Hits the back and it really starts to bitter up. A very nice. It doesn't have. I don't know. I guess there's a distinguishment between like a West Coast and a Northwest, but I didn't get much like toffee or like more of a bready kind of thing going on. There's an ant on my wire. There's two of them. Little bastards. But I didn't. Yeah, I don't get that. I get more of a just a Westy approach to this beer. But a very nice. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've had some that are more, but like kind of a toffee bite or hard caramel bite, dark caramels. But very good beer though. Very nice, drinkable substance here. This is really beautiful. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, beer man. Thank you.
Cheers.
We'll bring up Mr. Tanner.
All right. So, pretty excited about what I'm bringing. I don't have to drive all the way to Massachusetts in Attleboro, 30 minutes away from me. Because now we're getting Drecker.
Oh.
Yay. So this is their Slang du Jour Sour à la Mode. It's Sour à la Mode. This is their apricot shortbread cookie. Canned on 5/11/22, so almost a month old. At 9:44 a.m. They even got the the time. Oh, this is actually a higher ABV one. I wasn't expecting that. 7.5% ABV.
Wow.
I was thinking this was going to be around like the 5 range, but yeah, that's a pretty good ABV for this. So on the side, they give all the malt, hops, flora, and gimmicks. So it says malt, pale turo, oats, hops, Hallertau Blanc, flora, lactobacillus culture, house ale yeast. Gimmicks, it says apricot, almonds, shortbread cookies, granola, coconut, and vanilla beans. So definitely sounds pretty good. Gonna crack this open. Got the glass I usually pour the fruited sours into. So actually, before I forget, let's do a little spin. Do a
Love
little
my tracker.
do a little roll on the table here. Pop this open. Over the floor. All right, let's check out the appearance of this one. Water? Nope, we're good. Not as thick as like your brains. Definitely a nice consistency there, though. It's got that bubbling head like the brains do.
Oh yeah.
Bubbles. The color of it is like a dark orange / brown. Pretty much no clarity to it at all. Already producing a nice lacing, or what do they call this? Losing my train of thought. But yeah, there's like chunks floating around at the top. And yeah, the aroma. The apricot's strong. This kind of has that funky aroma like the cheesecake one had. Definitely smells. The coconut's actually coming through. It does smell like a cookie, I will say. Do they use like a spice in this? No. So this is like their pie series. I will say, yeah, it does kind of smell like a pie. There's a little bit of an acidity. It smells really sweet. Like I said, the coconut and the apricot definitely come out. There's a slight nuttiness. The almonds is coming through a little bit as well. But yeah, it kind of has like that little bit of that funk. The New York style cheesecake, which had cream cheese in it, which was like over enhanced that. But this kind of is a little reminiscent. But I'm gonna dive into this. So cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Chills.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's really sweet. It's actually a lot more sour than like their brains. I've had the peach cobbler one, but I just haven't drank it. I don't know why. So yeah, there's a nice acidity on the back end. Definitely apricot up front, nutty. It's for sure not as thick as their brains on the mouthfeel as well. It really does taste like a cookie. Shortbread cookie. Yeah, it's very good. There's almost like a little bit of like a something reminiscent to a spice. The coconut is definitely on the finish as well, but it kind of blends together with the beer. It's not as prominent. It just kind of works very well with the flavors. Definitely a fuller bodied beer, but very drinkable. 7.5%. Not noticeable on the palate or the aroma at all. Carbonation's about 5 Carbonation is about medium. There's a little bit of that prickly carbonation on the tongue. This is very good. I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit thicker, but I really do enjoy it. Definitely reminiscent of a shortbread cookie. The vanilla works with the creaminess. Like I said, you get a little bit of nuttiness. The apricot is definitely more prominent. It's the upfront fruity flavor that's with the beer. I like this. This is pretty good. And I paid $5.65 for this single can. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Granola, I guess, the granola, I'm guessing, is just going to kind of add to the mouthfeel. Maybe add to that flavor of the cookie. Kind of gives it that, kind of just adds to the cookie flavor. Not necessarily granola, but I like it. And yeah, I'll think of a score on this. And I'm glad to have this on the show, BuMpy. I like to, bring some stuff that definitely excites me. And for sure, I'm excited about finally getting some Drecker over here. So cheers, guys.
Oh, yeah, dude. Cheers.
Nice. All right.
Miss.
Cheers, guys. All right, so yeah, I got something here from Newcastle, Maine. This is from Oxbow Brewing Company. This is their synthesis. This is a barrel-aged farmhouse ale. Production time is 26 months. Enjoy within 5 years. It's 8%, bottle condition, brewed and bottled by Oxbow. Synthesis, I got the quick info real quick, give you the skinny on it. It's a blend of a dark sour ale fermented in red wine barrels and stainless aged farmhouse ales. That's what they say right off of their website. So let's go ahead and we'll pour it up. Yeah. As I figured I'd open the windows, it's lighting like crazy.
That sounds cool. Stuff you go to sleep to.
Oh, I just saw some lightning behind you, I think.
I don't know if I've had too many dark sour ales. I don't know. I guess it is a blend. This is different. Dirty side of the glass.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, pretty dark, but you get a nice, rich mahogany hue. There's definitely something floating in there. A big chunk of something. Yeah, it looks like a real, almost like a amberbock. It's kind of what it looks like. Definitely got an off-white head. Like cream colored, I'd say. Yeah, looks pretty good. Tighten it, one finger in the nose. Definitely smells like a sour. Bready. I get like clove. Definitely reminds me of a Belgian style farmhouse. A little bit of funk, almost like leaning towards Band-Aid. Smells
Awesome.
good. I don't know. You know how you pick that up sometimes, man. That
Yeah.
medical equipment stuff. Yeah.
It's
Band-Aids.
iodine flavor.
Smells pretty good. Let's get into it. Cheers.
Nice.
Cheers.
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 Oh damn. That's
The
good.
good old
It's
damn.
the first time I've actually had anything from Oxbow. BuMpy spoke fairly highly of them. All right, so for the body, light bodied, leaning towards medium, spritzy carbonation on it. It's crazy. You get a real tart red fruit sourness, and then that kind of lingers throughout the whole thing, but I do get like a chocolatiness coming through. It's quite different, definitely coming through the malt. 8%, definitely not boozy, doesn't smell boozy. Definitely can taste the oak. It's just picking up on a light bit of tannins. It's not over the top where you get that super powdery mouthfeel. This is good. I'm glad I pulled the trigger on this one. And for 8%, I mean, it's a fairly high ABV beer for the wild ferment farmhouse. So I figured I'd roll with it. It's good. I recommend. I'd like to try some more stuff from this company. Like I said, I hear a lot of good things about this place. Cat's hiding, unfortunately. I think he actually wanted out a little bit ago. I just didn't get it. But, yeah.
Wait a minute, your cat goes outside? I thought he was an inside cat.
No. Yeah, there's more stuff on the other side. More house on the other side of the computer.
It's not a one room house.
Yeah, welcome to my studio shack with my fireplace. It's pretty dope.
Nice.
No, I don't live in a. Cheers, guys. This beer's awesome. I'll get back with you in a little bit.
Cheers with
Wow.
that.
If you can get this BuMpY or anybody up there, I recommend it. It's a very tasty beer.
Pretty good.
Awesome.
Well, Legendary Andrew, you've actually reviewed in your kitchen before as well, Legendary Andrew.
Oh, dinette, whatever you want to call it, kind of.
Dining room, wherever it was, yeah.
Find it.
Awesome. Cheers. And cheers to Cheryl Crawford for showing up.
Oh yeah, cheers. Cheers to that. Cheers.
Hello.
So in lieu of me doing this on my own channel, because hey, this is the only beer I have currently that I have not had. And the if we're calling people legends, the legendary Tanner gave me said beer. I gotta get this beer review done. A raspberry, pineapple, lemon, coconut creamy ice cream, jareen.
Oh, yeah.
Coconut ice cream.
There you go. That beer was awesome.
Hydra. It's
I'll
5.6.
try to
Oh
find
yeah, 5.6. Early Oak, Brewing, Maryland, Berlin, Maryland. Sour ale with raspberry, pineapple, lemon, coconut ice cream. Doesn't really have ice cream in it, come on now. And lactose. 6 IBUs. Collaboration with Mortalis in brewing in Avon, New York. Let's see.
Ooh, nice.
Let's see what I think of this delicious beverage. Ooh, nice
Ooh,
color.
that looks juicy. That looks very juicy.
Definitely snap, crackle, and pop, I can tell you that.
And thick. It looks thick too, Legendary.
Not the whole thing, but we'll get to there in there. Ooh, that's a head that just builds. Ooh,
Mhm.
Whoa. All right, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. It does have a ring around the edge of the head there that looks kind of crazy. It does look juicy, as Alex says. It looks pulpy. It looks like a fruit smoothie for damn sure. It has that style bubble head to it, like these fruited sours do.
And like a Drecker too. It's kind of like a Drecker look.
It's exactly like a Drecker. So the smell on it is got a sugary complexion to it. I'm getting the lemon and some coconut. I'm definitely getting a raspberry kind of a note. I'm not really getting much of a citrusy pineapple, but definitely raspberry, vanilla, and ice cream lemony kind of a note to it. Coconut in the background. There's no other distinguishable flavors that scream beer. So let's give it a taste.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Cheers, Eric.
Cheers.
I think you're gonna like that one. I was pretty blown away by that beer.
I thought you had ghosts behind your curtains, man.
It's pretty lemon and raspberry forward. There is an ice cream, milky kind of texture to this style of beer, and I'm getting it in this beer. There is a tartness, a lemony style tartness in the background. There's definitely vanilla, and it's just generally, it's like a lemon shortbready kind of a thing in the background too. Interesting stuff. It's I guess for what this thing is, I think I've had some bigger, pulpier, thicker mouthfeel beers, but this one's got a nice medium towards the full mouthfeel. It's not really crisp. It's not really clean. It's sort of refreshing if this is what you're looking for. I'm not the biggest advocate and fan for this style of beer, but I do like that lemon, how the lemon and the raspberry work in this one. So this is a good collection of flavors. Not my kind of a beer, but this one's definitely doing pretty good for the style. So very interesting beer. Can't really complain for what it is. Cheers.
Nice,
Cheers,
man.
Eric. Thank you.
Cheers, Eric.
You got it.
We've got a cattail.
Get out of here, Grace. All right. So tonight, from Drownlands out of Warwick, New York, I have Lookout Mountain. It's a low bitter session IPA at 4.5% ABV. It's got Citra, Matuaka, and Azaka hops in there. So
I wish we had some Red Hot Chili Peppers to play right now. Slitting my throat is all I ever.
Oh shit!
Anyway, good stuff.
But now you've had the beer, you can't.
Yeah,
review
no, I
it.
can't do it. There's like a kid screaming out there. What's going on? Anyways. That was a lot of carbonation in this.
Oh, that looks like a New England IPA, legendary Josh. A little
Yeah,
bit.
carbonated. Yeah, it looks like almost looks like a hazy pale ale kind of.
Well, on my end, it looks like a New England IPA a little bit.
Yeah,
On my end.
yeah. Very a lot of carbonation in that one. It was bursting at the seams when I opened it. But yeah, nice bubbles up top. The head's dying down a little bit, so that's good. But it's actually it looks like a New England IPA. Doesn't really look like a session IPA. Usually session IPAs are more like straw color. I guess kind of a little bit. This is like a straw, like yellowish color on there. Nice fluffy head up top. On the aromas, get some of that citrus brightness on there. Some maybe a little bit of tropical fruits. Yeah, a lot of citrus in this one. Obviously, it's got citrus in there. The Azaka and the Matuaka. Maybe like a white grape I'm kind of getting out of the smell, too. A little bit of pininess. A little bit of sweetness on there. So, yeah, let's dive into it and see what she tastes like.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, bro.
So, yeah, you get that citrus right up front. Yeah, very, very light for sure. Definitely, taste what it says, low bitter. Not really any bitterness whatsoever. A little bit of creaminess in there.
Oh boy.
There's it's kind of got like a little bit of wateriness to it, but I mean it is a session IPA, so you're not going to get like super heavy mouthfeel on it.
Howdy.
I'm getting a little bit of tropical fruits, but not. It's more like citrus, very citrus forward. There's a little bit of sweetness, but it is, to me, it's got a little bit of hoppiness to it, even though it says low bitter. Obviously, the alcohol, you don't taste any of the alcohol. It's only 4.5%. But be a good like lawnmower type beer or something like that.
Just give her some already, Joe.
Oh yeah, dude.
Johnson.
Yeah, I don't know what she wants.
Grace, you're beautiful.
She wants a Mad Dog 2020.
Something.
Just trying to smell your armpit.
Yeah, it's very good. Nice little switch up between all the hazy, double New England IPA, triple IPA kind of stuff. It's just nice, like I said, nice lawnmower beer. I'm trying to think what kind of beer reminds me of. Maybe like a Lagunitas, maybe like a lower bitterness Lagunitas, like IPA kind of. But yeah, it's good so far. Like I said, very light, crisp, refreshing. Like I said, just not too much going on with flavor wise. Not super bland or anything, but it just. But I guess that's what you get with low bitter section IPA. Something you can slam them back. So yeah, I'm gonna keep drinking on this one and see if I can pull out of it and come up with a score. So cheers.
Nice.
Cheers, Josh. Thank you.
Cheers, Josh.
Just
And
needing
thanks,
dough.
Grace, for adding some
Yes.
much needed laughter. All right. So here I am. I've got this beer from Branch and Blade Brewing Company. They're out of Keene, New Hampshire. You might think this is Jesus.
Wow.
But this is called Odyssey, so that would be Odysseus.
Odysseus.
And what Odyssey is, it's bottle conditioned. It's a mixed culture brew. Barrel aged in 2 different barrels, Chardonnay barrels and gin barrels.
Woo.
Saw the gin, I had to pick it up because I'm a gin drinker. So
Wow.
this comes in at 5.2% ABV, so it is low. It says the journey this beer has been on has been both epic and epoch. As it spent the majority of its life in oak barrel. We brewed this in December of 2020 and fermented with mixed culture in 3 different barrels, Chardonnay, X2, and gin. I don't know what Chardonnay times 2, maybe, and gin. Inside the barrels, we added juniper berries, Ugandan vanilla beans, and a light touch of plum. After over a year of aging, we blended all 3 barrels all together, which started the next chapter of this life inside of these 500 ml bottles. Packaged in March of 2022, we brewed this with our friends from River Styx, and we are happy to share another beer journey with them. We hope you get as much enjoyment from drinking this as we got from producing it. So it is a collaboration with River Styx Brewing. Let's go ahead and crack this open now.
Woo.
Cannon smoke. That's good. Oh, yeah. Good thing. It's just starting to come out the top when I started pouring it. So
What's ABV, Bumpy?
5.2.
Okay. I thought you get the strongest beer there.
Oh, yeah. You can smell some barrel.
Mm.
So it's a rocky white head, but very, very white. There's floaty particles in this beer. It is fizzy. It is a nice, vibrant yellow, like lemon popsicle. It's hazy as well. So it's bottle conditioned, so I'm sure there's some cultures and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely not filtered. I can see shadowy objects with my fingers on this side here while holding the glass. Some aromas. Oh, you get a lot of Chardonnay barrel. Smells a lot like a Chardonnay wine. It's definitely got a very sour to tart nose. It's a little bit kind of lemon-like. That might be coming from some of the juniper berries. Peach kind of comes to mind as well. A bit of a breadiness to it, but it might be brettiness, actually. Brettanomyces. But yeah, it's got definitely a sour nose, like a sour bread.
Is there a lot of oak, Bumpy?
There, yeah, you get a lot of like the Chardonnay barrel. There is an oakiness to it as well. A touch of vanilla. It smells like almost like Pez candy a little bit too.
What is Pez candy, legendary Bumpy?
Pez, they come in the little things that have like the different heads on them. Like
I get it.
Yeah.
I remember them. Yeah.
They pop up. Yeah, you load it up like a
they have all the different
Right.
ones. Like you can get Yankee stuff. Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah, this smells like it's gonna be good. It's definitely got some good aromas to it. So first swig here. So cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Bumpy.
That was good, man.
All right. Cheers.
Mm. Well, that is weird. So it's definitely drying on the palate. It's got some spritzy carbonation. Kind of a light to medium feel in the body. Starts off with this kind of lemon tartness. Some oakiness coming through. And then it really takes this kind of like strange dive. There's this breadiness to it. There is I get the juniper berries on the finish. It's got similar notes to drinking gin, but not quite like it doesn't quite go to that kind of piney note that gin can kind of get to, but it definitely has that lemon punch right up front. It does have
beer. It's a beer.
A kick. Yeah.
Sounds good.
If I didn't know this was a 5.2, the way that like the flavors kind of come through, I would be thinking this is at least a 7 or maybe up to 8% ABV.
Wow. Is it because of the gin notes with the juniper berries and all the other stuff? Because that's a spirit versus
possibly. I think it's the oakiness and the kind of juniper berry note that I'm getting on the finish. There's this. It's like
sounds good.
It really does a strange. It's like lemon tart, a little bit oaky up front, and then you get this wave of it's like bread that's soured, but then there's like this vanilla mix in with it. So it's kind of like this odd sweetness. And then it kind of finishes with like some of the notes that I get out of gin kind of a little bit. The vanilla is kind of lasting on the palate. My mouth is completely all it's all phlegmy and dry. So definitely interesting. I'm going to continue to drink on this. I'll think of a score for it. If I come up with any other flavor notes where I'm going to give it a score, I will. But that's kind of what I'm getting now. It definitely starts off more sour and tart right up front, and then it gets this weird bready vanilla sweetness, kind of mid palate, and dries
that would be
off.
The barrel age, wouldn't it? That would be the barrel age towards the end, wouldn't it? That's very bumpy.
Now, I haven't had too many beers that had aged in like a wine barrel. Do you get any like grape skin or anything with the wine barrels, or?
I can't really say I'm tasting that, but in the nose I could smell Chardonnay wine.
Okay,
so it definitely is a grape to the
Can you
nose.
see if it says what wine they're using? Maybe it's that wine you're talking about.
It's Chardonnay.
Okay.
Barrels.
Yeah, Chardonnay. Yeah,
It's a type of grape. Yeah.
I've had Chardonnay. That's just like a sweet, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of like a purplish colored wine.
Right, but it's sweet, right? If I remember correctly.
I think Chardonnays are white, actually.
Sweet and dry.
Yes.
What am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Maybe,
Cabernet.
Cabernet, that's what I'm thinking.
Cabernet.
There you go. Yeah. Chardonnay is like a white wine. They're usually like drier. I'm not really a big fan of Chardonnay.
Tanniny and
yeah.
Tanner.
Yeah, definitely an interesting one. Anyways, we've been going on this for quite a while, so we've got to get the other portions of the show in, folks, and we're going to do that right now. Free for all. So, how was everybody's day? What'd you do?
Oh,
Good, man.
Shitty.
I worked and cut some flowers.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I work.
I had to save a expensive guitar from Guitar Center because they didn't know how to repair the thing, and they didn't tell me what happened to my guitar, and I got a little frustrated. So
Wow. Well, they
I
should know.
dropped it off on last Monday. I didn't hear anything about it. I called them Saturday, and they said, "Oh, this story. They'll call you Monday." I called them twice. Well, we don't know where the guitar is. I'm like, I'm coming and getting it. Thank you.
Oh, jeez.
Eric, they're a Guitar Center. They should know, hey, oh, there's something wrong with that guitar or something, or get somebody to come to that place.
Well, the
Very
problem
easy.
was the customer service was pretty bad and nobody told me anything. And I was like, if you're not going to do it, I'm just going to take it and bring it to somebody that knows what to do with it.
Is there any other guitar places that you could take it to get it fixed?
Oh, yeah, I know exactly where to take it. Yeah. I know exactly where to take it now. I
Okay.
should have just gone there in the first place. But anyways, that's...
Well, but Eric, you just want to give him a chance. That's okay. Cheers.
Well, I had a buddy that had a good experience, so I gave him the chance. I'm like, I'm not going to do that again.
True that, brother.
Cheers to box stores. Woo!
Mm-hmm. Let me know how it goes when you get your guitar fixed.
Cool.
Legendary Eric.
Anyways, here's my story.
This thing was good. I would highly recommend this to people. It really does have that cookie note.
Ooh.
Nice.
It's a little acidic. It's actually very acidic, I should say. I pretty much crushed it, but I can really feel like the acid reflux bubbling up.
Oh, that problem, huh?
Good though. 7.5%, definitely a good ABV for a sour or a fruited sour.
So yeah, free for all. I guess I don't know. This is
Bruiser.
So I want to say. So I want to say, cheers to Beer Man. Got the brewery grand opening thing. If you guys haven't already checked it out, check it out. That was awesome to see what he has done with this little shed that he converted into a brewery, and the work that he put into it. It's truly
It is tiny.
I think no, seriously,
be going there to buy beer.
go check it out. He hasn't actually brewed any beer yet. He's got air in his lines right now, but he has got the.
I had a fire last night. Oh, sort of.
Jesus.
Well, it's smoke.
He's
Sorry.
going.
The legendary
He's
beer
got,
man said
he's got a lot
fire.
going. I mean, really cool watching, and I've talked to Drunken One about this, who's probably in the chat. Again, Drunken One's like all about electric, this, that, and the other. And we were watching Beer Man's live grand opening stream, and like, oh, he could do this, that, and whatever. But ultimately, man, you're learning as you go along. You have created so much good from nothing. Like you're props to you, man.
Anyone can do it, man. Anyone can do it, though.
Well, no, not anyone. Not anyone can do it. But
if you have a drive,
you have really taken the time. I guess anybody that has the commitment can eventually maybe do it. But you've done a really good job with it, and being that seeing as you've never done anything like this before, I find it that much more impressive.
He's brewed before, legendary Johnny boy. He's brewed before.
Well, he had to build that brewery.
It's not about it's about people that have not done before, and they're looking at other brewers and in YouTube videos and this, that, and the other, and making
it's like an ice
their own thing. But there's something to be said. There's something to be said about learning as you go along, and kind of, if you want it bad enough, you'll achieve it type of thing. And Beer Man has. Beer Man has always been a smart guy, in my opinion.
He's a go-getter, Johnny boy. He's a go-getter, Johnny boy.
Street smart.
But yes, but to watch him, to see the process, and for him to, I mean, not to mention he's also an excellent video editor, and he does all these. He's a jack of all trades type of guy. But seriously,
Damn, John, you're making me
is the most. And I was honored. I was honored to be able to join the stream the other day and watch and go through that with you. And I feel, that's so awesome. I feel honored to be a part of. I feel selfishly, I feel like I'm a part. I know you've done a great job with what you're doing and everything, but like I got to join the other day and talk about, drinking beer.
I love
with
you guys.
And,
you know that, right? I mean, I have.
You have done something. You have done something truly.
You guys made this happen.
Amazing. Seriously.
Well,
I hope that really one day that your home craft, your beer shed brewery turns into an actual. I mean, you have done an excellent job with everything. You put in a lot of time and hard work, and I don't feel like people give you enough credit for what you've done, and I have been
grateful
to get to watch you develop as a not only a craft beer drinker, but a future home brewer, and but a future an actual brewery. It's
and I'm
amazing.
looking forward to buying
a lot
beer.
of,
Like a micro machine.
a lot of big companies, they started up in their garage, and look at them today. There's a lot of breweries that pretty much started.
A lot of people say they want to do something and they want to do whatever, but when they actually go and do it, people get to witness it. It's a different.
I brewed twice, man. I honestly don't have the time.
I'm not.
One day
I mean, I guess I could do it if I was really dedicated. I would do it.
Right.
But I like enjoying my one day off that I get a week.
Beer Man is sitting in his actual. Look at him. He's sitting in his actual. I don't even think I mentioned that earlier. He's in his
actual brewery.
Right. Top to bottom.
Yeah, I put a monitor up in front of me so I could do it better. It was really hard to look up at that mother hell.
But John, what Beer Man was trying to tell you, just a few minutes ago, he did have a fire. It's okay now, but
not a fire, a smoke. But we ordered some parts. And,
so he's gonna already take good care of that. So he's golden on that one.
But there's also achievements with Eric as well, which I'm very pleased to know. Eric seems to be doing very well with his band.
I'm trying,
Oxford Forge, baby. Woo!
We're trying to do things.
Hey, John.
Eric.
Film me, beer.
Yes, you're a great drummer.
Hey, John, I have a suggestion. John, I have a suggestion for you, my friend. We're going to have to talk about it, but he's going to be in, Delaware on the 16th. I was wondering, maybe me and you and whoever else wants to join, we can go together.
You can drive to New Jersey and pick
I'll have to.
I'm getting almost like an earthy mushroom flavor out of it.
I can't hear. What'd you say?
Absolutely. I've been to. I would love to go to some more of Eric's the Oxbow Forge stuff. He's kind of all over the place right now, but yeah, absolutely. I would love that. I don't know anything about.
I'm gonna go in
Delaware,
September in Richmond.
So I'll have to look. I'll have to see where where that is.
But is it possible that me and you can go together? That's what I'm saying, John. If that happens.
I don't. Maybe. Yeah. I have to look into that.
All right.
I don't know where Delaware. I don't know.
I don't know Delaware either. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll learn. We'll learn together.
We'll learn. Yeah.
Figure that out.
It's a couple
months away.
A couple hours east, I think.
Well, no, but Johnny Boy wants to come up and hang out anyway. So
I thought you said,
let's bury it. Why not? Hell with it. Get the Johnny Boy into it.
Right on.
You got it.
Get some I'm gonna get some Hungry Howies unless Johnny Boy says.
Wow.
I don't want Hungry Howies. It was
that thing's caked. Look at that shit, Eric.
Oh, what do you got there? Oh yeah, wow, that's caked for sure. It's like a Drecker.
Yeah, this is a really good version of a heavily fruited sour, but I'm not sure this frothy beer-like substance is really the.
I'll tell you this much:
craving when I want a beer, but I do like this lemon and the raspberry, and how it has that ice creamy milkshake sort of a consistency. I like the raspberry and the lemon. It's got the tartness in the background. I do think this is a very well done. I think it's pretty. I mean, in the background, it's got the tartness to it. It's got the sour tartness to it. I think it's pretty light as far as an overall sour is concerned for its sour flavors. But I mean, I would definitely recommend this being the Burley Oak Brewing Company. Definitely recommend anybody to try the Burley Oaks that haven't. But yeah, these heavily fruited sours are never gonna get super de-duper like top of the line marks from Thomas Metal 75, but I do appreciate this one. This one is not terrible. Nope.
I've had one of those versions and they're very good. I thought it was really good. The streams or whatever they're called, yeah.
Jareem.
Yeah.
Dude, I actually
I haven't had the Hydra one though.
I can get a decent amount of those.
Yeah. Collaboration.
They had like eyeball. This was another one, and then there was a couple other ones.
John and Gordon. Cheers.
Cheers, Justin. Good on.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You guys gotta finally see that guy, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, finally.
Hell yeah.
Good looking fella, huh? No.
This is different because I don't think I've ever had a dark sour like this.
Yeah, I was a little confused when you were talking about it. I thought you were talking about my beer for a second, and then I was like, oh, no, he's talking about it. Yeah. I thought you had
I know John had one. Didn't you have one of those St. Bernardus 12 or whatever, the sour version?
Yes, I've had that before.
Yeah. That's like one of the only beers I don't know that I would think I could even compare this to. I don't think it's probably what you have was probably better. This is really good though. I don't have anything to like associate it with. You know what I mean?
Here's good, dude.
Nice Belgian.
But it's a pretty good, different saison style farmhouse. Just it says that production time on this was 26 months, so 2 years and 2 months to make this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oxbow does
A long time.
Yeah, they do good stuff.
in their barrel.
They do like their rosettes.
And I do like that it was bottle conditioned. It's a plus. Different, man. I like these cuvées. These they're mixing these things, and I dig it. You know, like how we're having like Boulevard, that barley wine imperial stout, and you see some. I don't know. It's cool branching out. Like this is a style I couldn't go to any store here and get right off the shelf.
Yeah,
it's just different. It's like trying to find like a black IPA or
those are
something like that when it's like when it's usually like when you're looking for something specific and you already know it's slim pickings in that department.
This thing is definitely going through an odyssey. I think they call it odyssey because of the adventure it took and the different barrels, but I'm starting to pick out different flavor notes out of it. Like I threw in the chat there, I was starting to get some pineapple and some orange juice notes out of it too. So it's nice. Morphing a little bit and changing.
Interesting.
It's interesting. And I feel so much more hammered than I should.
That barrel, the placebo of it.
Barrel beers are delicious.
I'm feeling hammered.
That's kind of like what whiskey.
I don't know, Brian.
That's kind of like with whiskey, you know, when you pour a glass of whiskey, it starts to oxidize, and you start to pick out all these different flavor notes and stuff. I don't know if it's the same for beer, but
yeah,
it's an interesting thought there, you know.
Very wine-esque too.
Well, I think I want to get another portion of the show in. I didn't see any questions pop up. Does anybody have a question readily available that you know? Anybody want to throw one out, or I can go with one that I have? Tanner?
Go ahead, legendary BuMpy.
Go for it.
What miscellaneous does?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Go for it, miscellaneous.
All right.
Let me hold on. Let
me think here. All right, so I got to remember how I worded this. With your beer tonight. I got some kickback on that one. Your beer tonight. Do you think that there's anything you would add or take away that would make you think? Is there anything that you would change about your beer to make it better, or is there something in there you think if you took it out to make it balanced or whatever, make it right? You know, so like having an IPA
or subtraction to make it better.
Yeah. You think there's something funky in there? Or you think there's something they could have put in there to make it better?
Okay. Well, Josh, the first one.
Session IPA. I just think they could have made it have a little more flavor. I mean, it's not like super bland, but I'm not really getting too much flavor out of it. Getting a lot of the Citra, but not any of the other hops. I know it is lower ABV, low bitterness, but It does have a little bit of creaminess, but I wish they would have a little bit more. I don't know how you can add flavor to it, but yeah, something with the flavor. But it's gone. It's definitely a crusher one, but yeah, it's kind of for a session IPA. Because I've had some session IPAs that had a little more, not body, but had more flavor.
More hoppy or like more juicy?
More juicy, I guess you'd say, because it does have hoppiness to it.
Smaller beers, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just still used to all the New England double IPAs. I don't really drink a lot of sessions. But although I think that some of the Marlowe ales, they're like lower ABV stuff. They're like five-ish range. I guess those are sessions, and they have a little more flavor, a little bite to it. But yeah, this one's not bad. It's still really good. Just I was expecting a little more flavor notes out of it. So, but yeah, that's my answer for that one. So, still a good beer.
All right.
Thank you, Josh.
Johnny boy.
Okay, so the beer, I'm trying to think. All right, so the question was, would you do anything differently with the beer? I'm loving this beer. I think it's a really kick-ass beer. An interesting thing with coconut and dark chocolate and all that, cinnamon seems to be a common theme with these types of beers. There's no cinnamon in this. I feel like maybe a little bit of cinnamon would have changed the overall drinking. It made it better, it may not have, but I feel like with the coconut and the dark chocolate and the caramel and the barrel notes, a little bit of cinnamon may have kind of added to the flavor profile. I don't think it would have interfered, brought down what I'm experiencing now. So the north of Kathmandu from Burlington Beer Company, which is a toasted coconut imperial stout aged in bourbon barrels. Yeah, it's an excellent beer. The cinnamon would be the only thing that I could see benefiting this beer, but it's fine just the way it is. Am I giving a rating of any kind, or am I waiting?
No, we'll do the rating when we go back to everybody again.
Okay, well then in that case, I guess I'm done with what I'm saying. I think this is an incredible beer. There's tobacco, there's dark fruit, there's caramel, there's toffee, there's toasted oak, there's the coconut. There, everything is beautiful with this beer. I love it, and I'll give a rating eventually.
Is there vanilla in there or no?
Vanilla. Typically, when I say, like when you get the toasted oak and the bourbon barrel aging type notes, vanilla is a given, because anything that's bourbon barrel aged that's done right is gonna
taste vanilla regardless.
Because vanilla is part of the oak. It's part of the flavor that's extracted from the oak, the charred oak. So yes. The answer is yes. Cheers.
Gotcha.
Cheers. Thanks, Joe.
Whatever, Sam.
Yeah.
Well, what would I take away or put in this beer? I don't know. Actually, they all taste good to me. This beer, I do like that flavor, but like I said, I try to explain it like best I can, but it does have a great, delicious flavor. Would you add a quesadilla to it? No. I mean, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? But no, I do like the hot flavor though. So as of this moment, there's nothing to take away from this beer other than taking away bitterness. But as I have read on here, it is a West Coast style IPA. So if you take away the bitterness, that it would not be a West Coast IPA unless it's a sweet West Coast IPA. Who the hell knows? You never know what you're going to find in this world, and that's why I like about doing beer reviews, because you never know. It's like a box of chocolates.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. So there's nothing as of right now. There's nothing to take away. It's
I
been
can tell up
delicious.
by your shoes.
But like I said, if I had my way, I would probably take the bitterness away. But again, it's a West Coast IPA, and that would not probably work. Well, it'd work for me because there's no bitterness. It would have sweetness. But like I said, it's a West Coast IPA. Come on, you don't get rid of bitterness. So,
All right.
Maybe they can make it bourbon
Thank you.
barrel aged, Alex.
I mean, oh, that would be good too, legendary Josh. That would be interesting. Barrel age West Coast IPA. I'll look that up. Probably does exist because most likely all beers in some way exist. Just haven't heard from it yet.
You heard it there first.
All right. Appreciate it. I'm gonna shut up and cheers.
Let Beerman talk. Thanks, Alex.
I love
All
you.
right.
I love you, BuMpY.
What I could have done to improve this beer, or what someone could have done, would be to add a little more maltiness to it, a little more thick-bodied, malty, bready. You know what I'm saying? They got a gold, and it got a great West Coast style to it, but it's not Northwest. It's not toffee. It's not hard caramel. It's not rich in the malts and bready. But it is a very drinkable and very good beer. Very good West Coast style. That is definitely, it's drinking. I've drinking it. It's done. No more. Had about 2, I think, after that. I'm getting shrill. All right, so that's it. That's my answer, man. That's my answer.
All right.
That's it.
Cheers. Thanks, Beerman.
Cheers, beer man.
On to Tanner.
All right, so I'm just looking at the 2 cans. So I haven't had the peach cobbler yet, but I did drink the apricot shortbread cookie. So I'm looking at the ingredients that they use, or they call it the gimmicks. In this one, they use the coconut, and I feel like the peach cobbler uses lactose, and I feel like if they use the lactose in this one rather than the coconut, it probably would have enhanced the body of the beer.
Oh.
And then besides that, maybe dial back the lactobacillus culture, kind of dial back that acidity a little bit. I think I would enjoy it a little bit more. You get a little bit more of that cookie flavor on the back end rather than that like sour aspect. Yeah, it's really good. Like I said, it really does taste like a shortbread cookie. It's got that sweetness, a little buttery, but yeah, I mean, I haven't had this one yet, so I don't really know what this one tastes like. But like I said, I think maybe if they replace the coconut with the lactose, they kind of just calm down the acidity, you might be able to get a little bit more of that actual cookie flavor, and it would stand a little bit more true to the name. And then the lactose would definitely enhance that thickness and make it more of that cookie mouthfeel and make it more reminiscent of the shortbread cookie. Because it does taste like that, but there are a lot of other flavors that come into play that kind of throw you off from that shortbread cookie flavor. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to have a good rating for this beer, because I did really like it. But like I said, yeah, those are the 2 things that maybe if they ever, they're not going to change it.
Hey, legendary Tanner, I'm curious. Can you get this beer right here? It's the same brewery.
Slang du jour.
No, it's the.
Yeah, I think you've asked me that before, Alex. I haven't seen that one yet. What's that? Lemon apricot?
It is. Yeah, I think it is lemon.
I got this one today as well. I bought 2 cans of the apricot shortbread.
It's been like 3 drops since they put that stuff.
Oh, that's the strawberry. I'll have to look for that.
Strawberry passion
I would
fruit
love
apricot.
that.
I got this one as well. But yeah, the thickness from the one that I had,
Sorry, legendary Tanner.
it wasn't that that brain thickness, but that's kind of why I like the and I haven't had, this is the only slang du jour I've had, so I don't know if they're like a little bit more dialed back on the thickness scale as far as like the heavily fruited sours. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Thank you, Tanner.
Sure.
All right. That brings up me to answer this question. Well, what I would probably change about this beer, I think I would use a darker wine barrel. More like not a Chardonnay, but Cabernet.
Cabernet, yeah.
Something darker. I think that would have allowed more of the grape or whatever wine-like flavors to kind of come through a bit more in the flavor. I get like a grape wine-like note on the aromas, but not so much in the flavor. I'd also probably, I don't know, choose either a different gin barrel from wherever they chose their gin, or I would just double up on the gin. I'd use more gin barrels than wine barrels type thing, and then also use some type of red wine. I think as I was drinking this, and I was just like thinking, they do make a drink that is wine and gin mixed together. So I think that's kind of what they were shooting for when they created this. So that's an idea for one of East Coast LQ reviews. Will it mix thing? Because I do have some little wine bottles, and I have to buy more gin. I'm out of gin now. But yeah, I think that would be interesting to do and try out to see how it works. But yeah, that's basically what I would just like more gin flavors, and I would like more of a robust wine kind of shining through. But it is well put together. There are different flavor notes, and I do pick out on different like fruit notes as I'm drinking on it. So it's an interesting sour, and it's not overly powered with gin. I had one that was like too much gin for the brew before. Somebody else did an IPA that was aged in gin barrels, and that was just like a bit too much.
What did you think of the Phantom Fist, the one that had the actual juniper berries in it?
Well, this has juniper berries in it too. That's why I
Okay.
kind of pick up on the juniper berry flavor note at the end. It does have like it's like a reminder of gin.
Yeah.
But I don't think if you were a gin drinker that you'd be able to pick out much of anything, because you just kind of be like, oh, there's some weird flavors in there. But it's like, oh wait, I kind of taste that when I drink gin.
Right.
So, yeah, that's that. We'll move on to Eric, and he's muted.
You're muted.
Let's show you.
Whoa. Calm down. So for me personally, this is the Dream Hydro. If anybody hasn't seen that one yet, for me, it's just not my personal style of beer. So I can't really say that I would take one thing over the other out of the beer. I think I like the mixture of the flavors here. Maybe I would like more chocolate fudgy notes, perhaps, in these style of beers. Make it more chocolate milkshakey in theme, but I can't really say one thing or the other because unfortunately this style of beer is just not brewed for me. But I like this one, and I think it would just be out of disrespect of me not being a huge fan of this to say I wish one thing was over the other. But a nice chocolatey version of something like this might be pretty good.
Yeah.
Cheers, my Eric.
Cheers.
Appreciate you, Eric. Oh, yeah, drink.
I think I had one.
All right. Well, thank you, Eric. So it's time for Miscellaneous to answer his own question.
All right. So the only thing I can really complain about this beer is I just wish it had more body to it. Other than that, from what I expected out of getting out of this, I got a fair, you know what I mean? Like I said, this is the first time I've had this style. It was bready, cloves, getting the yeast, but it was also had that nice Saison farmhouse funkiness to it and a nice sour, tart, acidic hit to it. Other than that, like I said, I just wish it had a little more heft to it. I think the ABV was great. The drinkability was good. Mine's gone. Left this weird hazy type of head retent, like lacing. I don't know what that is. It's weird. It's real powdery, dry.
Yeah. Wow, it is.
So, yeah, that's it. I just wish it had a little more body.
Awesome. More bodies for miscellaneous.
Hell yeah, more flavor. It's that
Alex,
liquid-
can you
Not that. I
provide
just wish it was a little more hefty, man. That's it.
All right. Well, we're gonna go back to this screen like this, and this is the time. It's not really a free for all per se, but it is kind of just jump in there. But I want you to go ahead and give your final score, any promos, any shout outs that you want to get done. So it's no holds bar. Whoever goes first.
Well, legendary BuMpY. I'm gonna give this beer. I've been thinking about this for a while. A 95. It's a very tasty beer. If the legendary Johnny Boy and everybody, well, Johnny Boy hangs out with me soon. We'll stop at before we go anywhere. We can go Canals and we'll get this beer unless they don't have it, but they have it now. And then New England IPA versions of it too. Johnny Boy and whoever else can get Jizzmeister. Yeah, it's a good beer. Is it my favorite beer? What I get? Yeah, it's great flavor. I didn't think I was gonna like it, so I figured, hey, it's delicious. I'm enjoying it. So, 95 it is. And
Right.
I don't have to. My Food Friday is going to be Sloppy Joe's. Sloppy Joe's, get your beer on and get your Sloppy Joe's on. Don't have to announce the Johnny Boy because the Johnny Boy can take care of that for tonight. So yeah, stay tuned for that for the Johnny Boy's announcement or whatever he's going to do. So that's it for me. And anything else? Yeah, I think that's it. Appreciate you.
Cheers
Right.
out.
Well, cheers out because I feel like I should go next because my
Go ahead, Johnny Boy.
Be great.
But
Love to go to Stat Sunday next Sunday. I'm off. It'd be awesome.
Yeah. So let me just talk about the beer first. We're drinking the north of Kathmandu from Burlington Beer Company out of Williston, Vermont. Getting down to the nitty gritty here. This is one of those beers that we about what could make this beer better, and I thought cinnamon or whatever. But truly, this beer is in a class of its own with what it has going for it already. If there was cinnamon added, it would be a different beer, and that would be an amazing beer as well. But with this particular beer, with the toasted coconut, the bourbon barrel aging, they did a really good job with it, and it's only 9.5%. I don't know what the age statement is on the beer itself, but it drinks like it's been aged for 6 months to a year. The dark fruit notes are coming through very nicely. There's a little bit of a tobacco note, which I rarely get with bourbon barrel aged stuff, other than the Bourbon County. To be honest, that's really the only one. I think this is an excellent beer. I think they did an excellent job with the spirit. It's a 97 for me out of 100. It's so close to world class. It's an outstanding beer.
Ooh. Johnny Boy,
they did a little bit longer. Yeah, I know, Alex. This is a tough one.
Johnny Boy, do you think it's better than CBS?
No. Wait, then what?
Is it better than CBS? Founder CBS. I'm just curious.
Yes.
Oh, damn.
You think it's better
right now as I'm drinking it now? Yes, because now this is not fair because you're asking me crazy questions because I'm not doing a side by side, but CBS and KBS and all those beers are amazing. There's barrel presence, but it's getting the dark fruit and the tobacco and the things that I'm getting here. This is like a complexity that is above most of the founder stuff, unless
what's your
you
opinion?
have the opportunity, which I've had. Unless you're drinking aged found like a 2015 KBS or anything CBS now that you're getting is going to be a couple years old because they don't make it anymore. So yes, in that to that extent, it's hard to judge, but yeah, I mean, this is pretty freaking kick ass.
Awesome.
The
Hey,
barrel
John.
notes are incredible. The
John.
dark fruit notes are there. Everything is on point with this. Yeah.
Oh no, I googled it. It says Kathmandu is a metropolitan city. It's the capital and the most populated city of Nepal.
Trainer knows everything. I gotta say it.
No, Google knows everything.
Yeah, right. I know.
Trainer knows everything.
Tanner Google, he's
All
around.
right. There's some credit to Tanner though too.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You guys know that.
Anyway, the notes with this are incredible. It drinks like a much higher ABV beer in the sense of the complexity with the flavors and the dark fruit and the tobacco and all that. It drinks like a Bourbon County in a lot of ways, and it's not. It's a 9.5% toasted coconut barrel aged beer. Not to take anything away from Burlington Beer Company, but they did an excellent job with what they're working with here. And I'm going to give this beer a 97 out of 100.
Nice.
And I have no shout outs. We're talking about shout outs. I have nothing. Everybody, Beer Man and Alex with the Food Fridays and Miscellaneous with this Thursday stuff, and Tanner with his, rate that beer, and everybody's doing a great job. Josh, Beer Bowl Discussions, awesome. Eric with the Wild Card Wednesday and his band. So I'm gonna shut the hell up now. I don't want you.
You're forgetting one thing, Johnny Boy. What's going on with Stout Sunday?
What's going on with Stout Sunday is that there is no Stout Sunday that I'm going to be able to produce until we're done with baseball. So you can go check out Ron Ontario at Louisiana Beer Reviews. You can do your own version of Stout Sunday. I don't really care.
You can go fuck yourself.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
No more questions.
there are more important things in my life right now than Stout Sunday. I'm flattered that the show has gone on and people want to do it, but I can't do it right now. I have no announcements other than look out for a beer review every now and then. But everybody pay attention to everybody else here in the chat. Believe me, this is not Eric and Beer Man with the
Beer Buddies, Johnny Boy.
Alex and Josh with the Beer Bowl and Tanner with the Rate That Beer. All of you guys are why I'm still here. And yeah, I can't make any promises about anything.
And you're doing Beer Buddies with me soon too, you said. So we'll be looking forward to
Nate, that'd be great.
Nope.
But I just can't commit. I can't commit to anything right now. And I'm not
I
going to.
understand, Johnny Boy. Appreciate you.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Love all you guys.
Appreciate it, Joe. Anybody else want to go?
Yeah, well, to say anything that I haven't already said about my, I guess, personal thoughts on Jareem, I do think this is one of the better flavor combinations that I've had. I like the raspberry and the lemon. The tartness works really well together, and that nice lactose ice cream consistency was pretty good in this one. So for me, not really being tremendously into these kind of beers, I think an 88 is perfectly acceptable rating for this particular beer, because I do think that this is one of the better ones that I've had. However, I will not be going to my local brewery and getting a case of heavily fruited sours anytime soon. Well, you want to talk about some gozas? I'm all down for that. So 88, pretty nice version of the heavily fruited sour. Way to go. Come about around on Wednesday for the Wildcard Wednesday. Bring a beer, wine, or spirit. Let's have some fun. No douches, please. And we will be good. So see you all 7:30 Eastern time zone. Cheers.
I can have women there, just no douches.
Yeah, no douches. Correct.
I guess I'll run it. For the Oxbow Brewing, the Synthesis. Yeah, it's a crazy label.
Oh, it's kind of tripping me out.
Wow, that's making my eyes.
Yeah, actually, if you get three glasses, That pops.
Anyways, I thought it was pretty good. I really don't know. I don't have any other beers that I've had to base this off of, so it's gonna go with like a general score. I'm gonna go with. I'd stick it at a 95. I think it's good. I like the way it tastes. I'd like to try more beer in this style. I think that's fair. I've definitely had beers similar to this that I didn't care for at all. I thought were drain pours, but this is good. I recommend it. If you see it, pick it up. If you're into a dark, sour farmhouse ale, definitely different. ABV was well hidden. Great beer. I liked it. Thursday night beer session. I still don't know what I'm doing. So stay tuned. Something will pop up. Maybe I'll think about it tonight after the show. Or I could. Yeah, I do have a couple products. We'll see. I still got to make up my mind. I got exams to do too with BuMpY, Alex, and whatever he's got hiding under his blanket over there. Ridgeopolis. I got to check out a Drecker with him, an double IPA. So it's a lot of stuff going on. Videos from time to time, pop up live streams, music. Cheers. Maybe even some retro gaming. Did some of that the other night.
Hell yeah.
Nice, dude. Cheers.
Cheers.
Take it, Todd.
I guess I'll talk about this and do some shout outs. I'm going to give it the apricot shortbread cookie slang du jour sour et le mode. I'm going to give it a 97. It was really good. Like I said, very buttery. Definitely hit all the flavor notes that they say in the gimmicks. The only thing, like I said, maybe if they replaced the coconut with the lactose, the body would be a little bit fuller. Kind of pushes me away from that 100 mark. And then also the acidity. But I will say for a heavily fruited sour, this was definitely one of the more crushable ones. Drank it pretty quick. I'm actually drinking on a side beer right now because I finished it, I think, before everybody even got through their reviews. And the ABV as well, 7.5%. You don't see the ABVs that high. What's the peach cobbler? Oh, apparently there's nothing on the peach cobbler. I don't even got. It's got a dot. But, so I have to look that up to get the ABV of that one. Say I can. No. But yeah, really good. Like I said, 97 out of 100. And I'm excited to try maybe some more slang du jours. I think Miscellaneous said before they're kind of like their pie series, or they're like, I guess you could say like their bakery series. Maybe that would make it like bakery desserts series. And yeah, I'm excited to try the peach cobbler. I've been saving that for a review on my channel. I have so many beers to review. Wednesday I'll be doing Will It Mix, which is pretty much bring any type of alcoholic beverage that you want to mix with something else. So you can make a cocktail, you can do a cuvee of beers, whatever you want to mix together. Pretty much just present what we got, and then we go full panel and just kind of shoot the shit. You can do a review on what you're drinking. But yeah, it's pretty much just laid back, open bar, live stream, just hang out. And then Saturday I do my Rate That Beer, which is a open panel live beer community beer reviews. So bring any beer that you want to bring to the show. It could be a revisit if you want. But yeah, so that's Saturday, 8 p.m. is Rate That Beer Eastern Time. And then the Will It Mix is 9 p.m. Wednesday. So as far as shout outs for me, shout out to FLX Beer Reviews. Dan and Mike, two cool guys. Go definitely go check them out. Dan's been on a couple of my live streams. And yeah, they're awesome to hang out with. Definitely appreciate both of them. Mike's been in my chat. I haven't actually had the chance to hang out with him like off air on a live stream, but he's been in my chat. And as far as their videos, they do a great job. And they definitely know their beer. They're very exciting to watch. So if you're interested, go check out their channel, FLX Beer Reviews. And yeah, thanks for having me tonight, BuMpY. And cheers panel, cheers chat, cheers to you, BuMpY. Thanks for having another great show tonight, man. Always look forward to New Brew, that's for sure.
As I always said, you were a real pain in the ass to push out, Tanner.
Well, all right, I'll go. Shit. Beer and Cheese Tuesday is gonna be black IPA, Berliner Weiss, or any lager, anything, any lager, no matter what it is. Manchego, Munster, or any budget cheese. So any grocery cheese. I don't care what you bring. 8 o'clock Eastern for that. Wednesday will be a Goldfinger, which Austin Powers theme, which was extremely hard to find for me. So I think I found something that's close enough. As long as it says gold or in like what do you call those dudes that a spy or whatever the hell? Yeah. Yeah, brewery kicked off. We're good, but I almost had a fire last night, so we're good to go there, though, I think. So we'll just keep going. It was a soft grand opening, for God's sake. Hey, thanks, BuMpY. Cheers, man. Thank you so much.
Cheers, Beer Man. Thanks for being here.
Cheers, Beer Man.
And I haven't gone looking yet.
Oh, I didn't give a
Goldfinger.
score.
Give us a score.
Yeah. No, I forgot, dude. This was very decent, but it didn't have the malt that I wanted in it for a Northwest. So I'll give it a 92 because it was super good, but it just did. If it would have gotten more, it would have gotten a 95, 96 if it was Northwesty. So yeah, that's what I have. Cheers.
Awesome. Thanks, Beer Man.
Cheers, bro.
Who hasn't gone?
Me. So for the Drownlands Session IPA, I'm gonna give it a 92. It's not bad. I think I'd rather pick up a Pilsner or something like this. But yeah, not the best offering from Drownlands, but still refreshing, crisp, easygoing beer. But yeah, I'd probably pick a Pilsner over like a Session IPA. Got a little more flavor to it. Shout outs for me, Beer Bowl discussions, Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel. Philly Crooker 87, my Instagram, where I post the beers that I'm drinking. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So cheers to the panel, cheers to the chat, and yeah, cheers.
Cheers, Josh.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll throw out my score here. I've been kind of rearranging my scoring just a little bit, miscellaneous as well. Now this sounds like a really good score when I say it like this, because it is. It actually is a good score. Let me give this Odyssey sour beer that's mixed cultured with Chardonnay barrels and gin barrels and blended and gone through this journey. A 44 out of 50, which is going to land this as a very good beer, and it is a very good beer. If you want to double that up, it only scores it at an 88 out of 100, which doesn't sound as good. But realistically, I mean, there's definitely better sour blends out there. And like with miscellaneous question, what would you have changed, or taken away or added or whatever to make it better? I was able to come up with a few things that I think would have possibly made it better. So an 88 out of 100 or 44 out of 50, it's really not a bad score. So yeah, you see a beer anywhere in the mid 80s, it's still something that I think is worth grabbing. And yeah, if you guys like sours, if you're into gin at all, if you like wine or just a little bit of oakiness or whatever, it's something worth trying. There's better out there, yes. Promos. I'll do my promos. I got my 50-point inspection videos. They come out on Wednesdays and Fridays. Watch them at your leisure. Live show Monday night. This show right here, New Brew. To be on panel, just bring a beer that you've never had before. You'll get to talk about your beer. It's kind of the new kind of thing. It does make the show maybe a little bit longer, but everybody gets to talk about their beer, which was most of what the free for all ended up being. Anyways, it was just jarbled though, and I'm liking it. I'm liking that people get to show the beer from here's the can, here's the pour. That way you don't lose interest or forget what the hell the person's talking about because they just showed it, you bastards. And that I just want to appreciate everybody that's been here tonight. My panel of quite a few folks that show up week to week. I appreciate that. You guys going out hunting for something that you've never had before, just to show up on panel. Or you're like me and you're just constantly looking for new beers. Anyways, also the chat. You guys are great. Chatting it up. Appreciate everybody showing tonight. A lot of the same folks. Maybe some newer folks that I've started noticing kind of popping in here and there the past few shows. So I hope you guys are enjoying the show. And that goes for both the chat and the panel. I want to appreciate Miscellaneous for coming up with the question for tonight.
Sure.
Really appreciate
Thank
that.
you, man.
Like I had mentioned, we do have a special closeout tonight in honor of Josh. Now, this is going to be in honor of Josh because of Tanner's show, actually.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So he had a big 19.5% Imperial Stout Saturday night. So.
Oh yeah.
But Alex, if you want to go ahead and take us out.
Yep, we will.
Get my screenshot.
This is Alex the Beer Master. And we will see you all on the next live stream and the next video. This is Alex Beer Master signing out. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody. Thank you so much.
Cheers.